Alright everyone, welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video, Fat Phil. I've got a lot to talk about today, so we're going to get right into talking about these packs and the impact that they're having on the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes community. Not just right now, but moving forward into the future. A lot of people have been asking me, I'm free to play, Phil, how does this impact me? I'm here to answer those questions for you. So strap yourselves in, hit that subscribe button, leave likes, leave comments. I want to hit 10,000 subscribers. If we hit 10,000 subscribers, our king will hit Relic 9 on a special live stream. I'm bringing this back. We're trying to grow the subscribers. Let's go. Wampa Relic 9 when we hit 10K. So we're going to get in here, guys. But first and foremost, a huge shout out to the channel members. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. If you're interested in joining, I've got a link down below. Otherwise, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Wampa to Relic 10. Let's go. All right, guys. Enough of that. Back into the game here. So I've been getting a lot of questions about these packs here, you know, with the First Order, the Resistance. Again, I did buy one of them. How does this impact free-to-play players? I'm here to tell you right now that this does not change anything if you're free-to-play. Which everybody's going to be like, yes, it does. No, it doesn't. If you're free-to-play, these have no impact on you. Just keep doing what you were doing. Whatever farming guide you were following, go do that. These packs only impact those players in the Galaxy of Heroes community who are either willing to buy them, or if packs were released for other Galactic Legends in the future, that they would buy those. So I don't want players thinking because you're free to play that this has some massive impact on you. Like, the impact it's going to have is you're going to drop down in GAC a little bit probably. But it's not really going to change what you should be farming. It's not going to change what you should be doing. These were intended as a catch-up. And I want to just say this. I'm going to say this now. We're going to get it out of the way. If you don't want to buy these packs because you're just not willing to spend the money, like, that's okay. Or maybe you don't have the money. That's okay, right? You are allowed to not spend money on this game. But if people do spend, they deserve an advantage, and this is an advantage. But if you're not willing to buy this pack simply because you want to be able to say you're free to play, and you want to post it in the forums and on Discord, and, you know, oh, I'm free to play, yada, yada, yada. I'm here to show you a demonstration of something, all right? I have a little stein here. This is called the Cup of Caring. Right? And this is the Galaxy of Heroes Community Caring Cup, right? This is how much the community cares whether or not you are free to play. You ready? It's empty, right? We don't care, right? People do not care if you're free to play, if you spend money. It doesn't matter, right? It shouldn't matter in this game. I've tried to preach it time and time again. It doesn't matter if you spend money or you're free to play, right? It's your own decision, and that's that. Just, we got to take emotions out of it. Yes, it's very cool that you don't spend money, but then these packs don't impact you because you're not going to buy them anyway. So just getting it out of the way now. People are going to hate me for that, but it's the truth. And I've said that for a long time, even when I wasn't spending money, that it didn't matter that I didn't. I just wasn't going to. These packs were too good to pass up for me. So anyway, getting sidetracked, I'm sorry. So where I want to head is that these packs have a huge impact on the community from the standpoint that they first did Kylo, and they did Rey here. The first two Galactic Legends that were released in like March of 2020. In October of 2020, we got Jedi Master Luke, and we also got Sith Eternal. So think, in 6 months' time, if they released packs for Jedi Master Luke and Sith Eternal Emperor, what are you going to do? This is where I think players need to understand the true purpose of these packs. I tried to say it in the other video, I'm going to say it here again. This is a catch-up. This is designed to say, hey, we're going to give you these older characters because we want you farming the Afras, the Jedi Knight Cals, the Jabbas, the Leias, the Lord Vaders, and Kenobis. We don't want you farming all these old things in the game. They want you into the front. They want you into the fray, and so that's why they made it so cheap. It's why they did it. I think for a lot of you in the game right now, if I bought one of these packs, you know, you get your Kylo, get your Rey, and start going back to whatever you were doing. Like me, I am fully on to going to get Leia still. I'm farming Princess Nisa. I'm farming Scout Trooper. I'm waiting to farm Drogon. We're still on that path. So these were a really great sidestep for a lot of players, but I don't think that they have this. I would not go and get that Kylo pack and think, time to go get Emperor. Like, I would not do that. Because what if in 6 months' time they release an Emperor Palpatine pack? What are you going to do? Right? People are going to be furious. Going can be like, this is not fair. Oh, I spent 6 months on like that's how players feel who just, might have farmed Kylo or Rey now, right? So I'm just preparing you that they want you to build those new things. So take that into consideration when you go to farm that next Galactic Legend. Now, the other impact I'm seeing is how many players now need to farm ships. And this is, again, something I preach all the time, but I want to show it in this example here. The BB-8 pack, they gave you 10 First Order characters. They gave you the whole First Order faction at Relic 5. The only one missing here is Supreme Leader Kylo Ren himself. For Rey, though, you notice they sold the ships that you need for the Raddus, but they didn't do it for Finalizer. Don't think that this is them trying to cash in and this is the end of the game. Because they purposefully made sure that they sold you every little thing you would do to get Rey and the Raddus. Outside of selling Raddus shards, right, they gave you everything. But they didn't give you stuff for the Finalizer. Because for the Finalizer, I don't know if I can see it here yet, it's somewhere. Yeah. For the Finalizer, you need a couple of very key ships that you need for something else. So let's go into our ships here. For Finalizer, you need Slave 1. The Kylo Ren shuttle, the TIE Silencer, okay, fine. You need the Houndstooth. You need Xanadu Blood. And you need TIE Advanced. 4 of those ships are, 3 of them are requirements for Executor, with the 4th one, Xanadu Blood, being the key member of that squad. So they're not going to give you Executor requirements for free. I shouldn't say for free. They're not going to hand out Executor requirements for $10. But for the Raddus, they were all for it. So don't think that this is the game ending. This is a great step in the right direction for the game that they want it to continue. So the impact that these packs have on the game, in my opinion, is be farming that newest stuff. Don't try and go back. Just if you're willing to spend $10 on a Sith Eternal pack or something, go do it. I don't think that they're going that this is an end of the game kind of thing. I think this is them saying, hey, we recognize that they really weren't making money and we want to make some money on these things because we're just moving away from them. And remember, for a long time I said, hey, I wonder if we'd get a raid where we would use the First Order or the Resistance. I don't think that's going to happen anymore. I think they've pretty much kind of shut the door there with these packs on that. So, be ready to farm those newest things. That's what they want. Now, the last thing I want to mention now, right? How does this impact the game in the future here? Is what other packs would they release? So, they could do Galactic Legends like Sith Eternal and Jedi Master Luke. But I'd be more cautious with that, particularly with Jedi Master Luke. Because a lot of his requirements have overlap with other things. You think C-3PO has overlap with Jabba. Mon Mothma for Profundity. 3PO and Chewie for Leia. R2-D2 and Leia. Han Solo and Jabba. Right? You keep going down the list here. We've got, who else? Lando for Leia. There's a lot of characters that kind of have that overlap with other farms. And I don't think that they would do that because they want to make sure that they're capitalizing on those things for these newer characters. But someone like Sith Eternal, he's got a good bit of overlap. He's got a really good bit of overlap. But I wonder if they'd be a little bit more willing to do that than they would with someone like him. But the other character they released, right, they had this Starkiller pack. Now, here's where you might want to be thinking is would they release one for Grand Inquisitor? That would be a very popular pack. Granted, the Inquisitors are all accelerated. Would that be something that they would do? Hey, we're going to release this Inquisitor pack that you could do that. I don't know, right? Would they release one like Dr. Aphra in the future? I mean, her characters are barely getting accelerated now, so that could potentially be happening. But one that I really want to cover that I think could happen is someone like General Skywalker. And even, I don't think they would do Malak. And I'll tell you why I don't think they'd do Malak is because of Leviathan. I think with Leviathan being what it is, they're going to want you to farm this from scratch. They're going to want you to try and have to spend as much money. But someone like General Skywalker, you think, so you've got this ship phase, right, which is fine. You'd have to build these ships. But you get to phase 1 here. They're not going to give you Padme because she's a legendary. They're not going to give you C-3PO because he's a legendary. And probably not General Kenobi because he's a raid reward. So you think they'd maybe do a pack with Relic 5 Shock and Relic 5 Baby Tano. And then maybe do a pack where they sell these characters here at Relic 5. I could see that happening. This is a very, very, very sought after character. It's one that I think a lot of players now are probably just slow farming. That's the advice I give, and that's kind of what I've been seeing, that they're trying to kind of slow farm it. And I think it would lead a lot more players into going after Lord Vader, because what keeps them from getting Lord Vader a lot of times thinking, I got to go do General Skywalker. But here's the other thing with General Skywalker that I think they would do, right? Maybe they do a pack for his requirements here. But then I think they would do a whole nother pack for these guys right here. I think they would sell a whole other pack for the 501st Clone Troopers. That would be the way to really make money. Give you General Skywalker, give you the clones to use him with. I think that would be that's exactly something CG would do. So if they're going to take notes from Fat Phil, that's what I would do. I think this would be another good direction they could take, is kind of some of those characters like this where, hey, they're really solid, but it takes a long time to get there. And it's kind of, you think General Skywalker, if you really took it for, like, seriously, you'd end up basically putting enough resources into those characters that you're making a Galactic Legend level investment. Now you're getting 3 solid teams out of that in return between Padme, a General Grievous droid team, and a 501st with General Skywalker. But you see that's kind of where we're heading. And so I think that this could be another direction they go, is try to get everybody some of these older things that are still very good in the game, but you're going to pay a premium for it. So that's kind of my thought on how this impacts the game. Again, if you're free to play, this doesn't impact you. It doesn't change what you should be farming. It's the people who are going to spend that money that I think you've got to start thinking, I need to be farming the newest, latest, and greatest things. I should not be trying to go grab some of these older things right now, because they've set the precedent that they are more than willing to sell these things at a massive discount. Massive discount, right? I mean, you think about how much a 7-star ship like this would cost outright. And they're going to sell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them for $20 with, what is this? 5, 6, with 10 characters at Relic 5 for another 10, it's just, they are on a fire sale here for these things because they're moving in another direction. So that's the video, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. As always, hit that subscribe button, leave likes, leave comments. See you on the next video. Cheers.